And we're live.
All right. Well, welcome back to another week of Vampire the Masquerade.
Good evening, Twitch.
Good evening.
Who wants to catch us up on what happened 2 weeks ago when we last played?
A lot.
Cut to.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Do you want?
no, you go ahead. You're
Okay.
more entertaining.
Okay. So we cut to the ugly Nosferatu leaving our flat, as it were, after talking to us about whatever's going on, which he refuses to elaborate. And let's see. Z, what were you doing after he left?
After he left, mostly panicking about breaking Kitty's guitar and ripping her poster. But on top of that, we discovered that, the ink from Charlie's book was doing some weird stuff. And you guys ruined my Colombian roast with it.
Hmm.
You have this blood vitae, something like that, trapped in a coffee can, and it was trying to, reattach itself to that cosmic booger you keep in a jar in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Cosmic booger.
Sorry, I guess I should start just before that. We did head to Brahms to try and interrogate him about what was happening, since we got shot at the farm. He didn't really know. He had no idea what was happening. He just was getting calls for deliveries of high quality ice cream, and no one else would take his jobs. So it was up to us now, apparently.
Well, apparently Braun talks to the toilets because didn't the toilets tell you about the jobs?
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty and Charlie left to go speak with the sheriff about the military Humvee that was parked in front of Brahms, and the bullets that we found at the farm.
Kitty
Meanwhile,
went to go have a fit at him.
A Fiat. Yeah, it was a Fiat. While Z and Frank went back into the house and saw it was being ransacked by a certain ugly Nosferatu. And then we had the conversation with him. Kitty, Charlie, what happened with the sheriff?
I broke his desk.
You
Wait,
tried to
you
break
tried
his
to
desk.
break his desk.
Oh well, it's a mess now. That's all that matters. He's
That
gonna
is
have
true.
to clean it all up.
That part is true. That part is true.
I believe he refused to do anything until you brought him proof of shenanigans going on. And you didn't
I
like
did
that, so you tried to
bring
break
him
his
proof.
desk. He decided that wasn't good enough.
I brought him all the proof he needed.
He decided that wasn't good enough.
Not my fault. He's dumb. Ugh.
But after everyone returned to the house, they talked about the jobs that Frank was getting from Brahm with the Nosferatu, and it was decided that we should message him whenever we get a job. And that while he doesn't like it, we'll be coming along for the ride.
Yep. All right.
We also discovered. Well, no, I don't think Charlie revealed that information. Who
No.
the Nosferatu's boss was.
No.
We do know the Nosferatu is taking orders from Arthur Sterling.
Sterling is all you've heard him refer to
Sterling,
him
I'm
as.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we don't know if it's a surname or a given name.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we faded out with Frank getting a new message.
Yes.
Yep. I don't remember if I found the broken guitar yet or not.
You did.
I did.
You definitely did.
I told you about it.
Okay.
Z's not the deceptive type. He would fess up and take his tongue lashing.
All right. So we're gonna say, for the sake of ease, that at the end of last session, you got the message about the backup chocolate chip ice cream. At the very end of the night, coming on dawn again, as you guys were ready to go into your daily slumber. So we'll, as we pick up the establishing shot of Paris, Texas, we get the small town with the Eiffel Tower and the red cowboy hat on top of it. And from our establishing shot, we kind of move downwards onto Main Street, and we move past Brahms Screamistry, the sign lit up. And the camera moves inward and into the empty front room, clearly not open yet, and on through into over the ice cream counter and into the back room, where we start hearing a muffled voice. And as we move back into the room, it's well lit, clearly a storage room where they keep all their ice cream related things. We hear, "Yeah, I got somebody that can grab it." And we see Brahm talking on a phone, an old rotary phone. He pauses for a second, and then in a less certain voice says, "Sir, may I ask what exactly the reason for this pickup is?" No, I understand. Yes, sir. I didn't mean to pry. Apologize. Won't happen again. And we see Brahm hang up the phone, sigh real heavy, pull out his cell phone, and start typing out a message. And we see over his shoulder that it reads, or does that thing where it like pops up on the screen. Found some backup chocolate chip, and he sends it. And then he types in an address and sends it again. And then we cut to the house again at night. The next night. And let's have everybody make a rouse check as the night begins.
Oh, man, go get real hungry, man. Never mind, man.
Whoop. I'm gonna have to take care of that.
All right. Charlie is crazy hungry.
Uncle Ray.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
We can help with that.
So yeah, we get the establishing shot of the house, the overgrown yard, and we come in. What's everybody doing? Frank, what are you doing as you wake up for the evening tonight?
Staring at the star that only he can see. In the bathroom, of course.
Of course.
This time, whereas before you could possibly see the reflection of the star in his eyes, even though the star wasn't in the sky, the falling red meteor, almost. Now, the veins around his eyes grow deeper as he stares at it, and eventually the red drips away, leaving his eyes clear, and coalesces into a symbol somewhere on his chest.
Okay.
That looks like a deep red eye.
Cool.
He will increase his dominate powers for the night
All right. Sounds good.
by 1 pip.
Cool. So yeah, we get the shot of Frank as we come through the bathroom. We see the sludge on the inside of the Smucker's strawberry jam jar pulsating much more rapidly now than before. You can watch it pulse. And I think Frank probably like absentmindedly bats away a piece of floating red vitae that has made its way into the bathroom. That seems pretty common now. And we follow that trail up and out and
Don't mind me.
into the hallway. Into Charlie's room, where the book has lost more of its ink, floating towards this jar in the bathroom. What's Charlie doing?
She's still studying the book and wondering why this book is leaking like it is. She has
naturally.
attempted to reach out to Mr. Sterling, but he has not yet contacted her.
Cool. Yeah. The book you've gotten further in. The book you've gotten into sections where I think the last time you were reading, you had just gotten into like you had figured out that she was Revolutionary War era. Whoever wrote this. She talked about redcoats and colonists. And now you've kind of gotten more into the back of the book, and it starts talking about how her sire has taught her the power of illusion and how to craft them, how to use them in order to trick English loyalists. He's taught her how it's okay to feed on English loyalists because they don't want what's best for us anyway. And a lot of the pages at this point are starting to talk about just the many things that she did to almost help the Revolutionary Army, infiltrating camps, using her illusions to take out important commanders in the British Army, and things like that. Importantly, I think. What's Charlie's knowledge of the different clans? Does she know a lot about them?
I'd say yes, she would.
Okay, so illusions aren't really one of the big. They aren't a specialty of any of the clans necessarily, right? I think most of the modern clans, the closest you get is like blood sorcery or things like that. But the way she's describing things, the illusions they make are unlike any of the clans that you're necessarily familiar with in modern times. You can make me, let's see, you have a cult, right?
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you make an occult intelligence check?
Boy.
Make it, let's do challenging.
You said intelligence, right?
Yeah, occult intelligence. Nice.
Nice.
Wowzers, nice.
Excellent. The Ravnos clan is what is mostly known as being strong in illusions and their ability to kind of craft and wield them. So I think just from reading all of this, you figured out this is a woman. She was of the Ravnos clan, and she was alive during the Revolutionary War era. But yeah, about a quarter of the book is gone at this point. The first quarter of it has run towards the bathroom slowly. Do you continue to collect all of the little droplets that come in, or?
Yeah, man, I got like 3 coffee containers, man,
Yeah.
full of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to not let those interact.
Okay. Cool. And as we pan out, what, as far as Charlie knows, who is Sterling, and like, what's her relationship with him?
Well, he had initially turned her because she was getting way too close to the masquerade. And so their relationship is kind of one where, he admires that she was, inquisitive enough to almost figure it out. but he doesn't really, have a whole lot of love for her either.
Okay. Does she know a lot about him outside of him being the one who turned her?
No, he's he's pretty secretive.
Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, you've been. Do you tend to write to him to try and contact him? Is that how it goes?
Yes. Usually I try to email him.
Okay. Yeah, so there's probably, we see on the screen like a whole bunch of sent emails recently with no replies. Cool. And as we fade off of that, we fade down to what's Kitty doing, and is she still in her room looking at her broken guitar?
So, the guitar that got smashed was named Bonnie. Yes, after that Bonnie. So, Kitty is... First thing she does is gather up all the pieces of Bonnie. And I imagine this is probably a pretty old guitar. Kitty tends to keep the classics. She's going to gather up all the pieces, and she's going to go and find one of her minions, and she's going to... I need two things. First of all, I need one of y'all to sit down right here. Then I need one of y'all to go and find another one of these. Or someone who can do something with this. I do have a guy, but he's a couple towns over. Just tell him it's for me. I have 3 dots
Alright.
in contacts, so...
Yeah. You want to use one to repair your guitar?
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, the one of them on their phone will be like, "Yeah, okay, just send me the address. I'll take it."
Yeah, this is a very solemn moment. I would appreciate some concern. This is a very unique instrument.
No, I get that. That's cool.
You're staying here. You go.
Okay.
She's gonna use that one to get rid of that dot of hunger she just got.
Okay.
Get some syrup.
And send
Sounds
somebody
good.
else to go get a guitar fixed.
All right. So yeah, we follow the person walking with the pieces of the guitar out of the room as Kitty bites down into the neck of this guy. And we come through to where Z is. What's Z up to?
He comes out, scratching his head. He walks into the living room, looks at the broken TV, turns it on anyways, where the picture flickers for a couple of seconds, and then it lets out a kind of a zzz sound and flashes, and a couple of sparks come out of it, followed by smoke, and then it dies completely. At which point, make a disgusted sound and, drop the remote on the couch and go to the kitchen and open up the cabinet to make coffee, only to realize that they contaminated his Colombian roast. And so he will turn and grab his windbreaker and his, his stocking cap and bundle up and say something about gonna go get coffee and head out walking towards wherever the nearest grocery store or convenience store is.
All right.
Probably knowing that there's an electronics or appliance store on the way there, and so he can stop and stand in front of it for a little while and watch the news,
All right. Yeah.
because he can't afford to replace his TV right now.
Right. Cool. Yeah. He can we get the lingering shot of him just standing in front of the Channel 6 news. Some meaningless stories on, probably. It's the like fluff piece that they do near the end, but not the main story yet. And yeah, Frank, you have the text from last night, or on your pager, the message about some backup chocolate chip.
Hey man, we got some chocolate chip ice cream again.
Oh,
Hopefully with less
no.
bullets this time, man. Charlie, can you get this goo under control, man? It's getting everywhere.
I mean, is there anything I can do about it?
Get a trash bag, man. Clean it up.
Yeah, what has Charlie tried? Has she tried anything so far?
Other than trying to clean it up with the rag, no.
Yeah.
I don't think she's tried to touch it yet, though. I mean, other than with the rag.
I'm the one who
Right.
touched it.
Yeah.
Frank
How
spent
did
a
that
good,
make you feel?
not good, old, really old. Didn't like it. Tried to scrub it off with some soap and a rag, a clean one. Didn't work. No, man.
So, do you guys have a plan for the night? Is everybody going to help with the backup chocolate chip, or is it just some of you? What's
If he messages me, I probably would.
I got a pager, man. I can't send messages. I can just receive them, man. So I'll tell Charlie and Kitty.
We can't let you go alone. It was such a mess last time. Is this a good
And-
idea?
No, none of this is a good idea. But
Hey, where's
I'll
Z,
message
man?
Z. I think he left, but I'll message him.
Sure he's not hiding in his room again? He does that a lot.
You want to go in there?
No.
I'll go in there, man.
Okay,
The
you
disease
go.
room. Is he in there?
No,
does he like booby trap his room?
no.
So it's just a mess of like red string and tape.
It's got the one conspiracy wall, and like I said, it's other than that, it's pretty bare. It's got a probably a well-made bed, and on one nightstand is an alarm clock and a lamp, and on the other nightstand is about probably 15 $4 cups, vanilla lattes or whatever, because he usually stops on the way home from work and grabs one, and so they just kind of accumulate there.
Man, Z's got
Maybe
some
even
problems,
so
man.
many that a couple have fallen off on the floor, but they're all thoroughly empty.
We gotta get Z some help, man. It's a little crazy. Close the door. He's not here.
Yeah. All right. Have you checked on your jar recently?
Yeah, man. It's doing fine. The goo's trying to get at it. I don't know why. Charlie, clean that up, man.
Do you think maybe we should move the jar? Like put it
Yeah,
in a
man,
cupboard or something?
Last time I tried that, man, I woke up a week later, man. I don't know what happened.
Maybe we can put a bucket over it or just add a layer or something to keep the goo out. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm worried about leaving it here unattended. So maybe if we can like put something around it.
Did Charlie or Kitty message me?
Yes, Charlie texted.
Be home shortly. Although I'm thinking about going and finding a snack. I probably won't.
You are welcome to if you want.
No, I think I'm going to resist.
Okay.
I'd have one of Kitty's, but that's kind of like drinking flat soda pop. It's just there's nothing there for me. It's like if it's completely willing, it kind of like, I don't know, spoils the taste.
Kitty feels that way about pretty much everyone outside her group, so it's fair.
Yeah, man, I guess I can put a trash bag over it, man. I don't know if that'll help, but
like over the whole toilet. That might help. Like just an
Oh
extra.
man, I gotta talk to the bottom part. It's just over the top.
I mean, you can move it when you talk, but like,
No man.
okay, maybe around the tank, like tie it off.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking.
Okay, okay.
So, I mean, is Charlie able to touch this stuff that's coming off the book?
Has she tried, or is she trying?
She hasn't tried yet.
Okay. She's not sure. I mean, it's physical, so yes, you can physically touch it if you would like.
The only description you got from Frank is that it felt old.
Yes.
Okay.
Eloquent as ever.
Yeah, she would try to touch it because, curiosity and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge.
Yep.
No.
I have to know.
Yeah. So if you like touch a glob that's moving across, it does the same thing it did to Frank and just kind of absorbs into your skin as you touch it, and you can feel a rush of energy like you've never felt in your life or your unlife. It's like you just fed from a million humans all at once, and the power explodes through you. All of a sudden, you feel faster. You feel more clear. Everything for a second makes sense in your life, and then almost as quick as it came on, the feeling leaves you. And you are back to normal. But for that moment, you just felt as if you were of a blood potency much higher than your own.
Interesting. Diablerie. Even if it's unwitting.
I don't know what that word means.
That is determined that it's, it's obviously from a vampire because of the, who wrote it.
A much older, more powerful vampire.
Gross.
Gross and old. Is that all that happens to Charlie? Because I know it did something else to Frank.
Did it? What else did it do to Frank?
Reduced his hunger.
That's true.
Mhm.
It did do that. To 0, didn't it?
Like,
did, yeah.
dramatically, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was before though. If that matters.
No, it doesn't. You're right. Charlie, your hunger is 0 now.
Ooh.
Yes.
Holy potatoes.
You are right.
Yeah, I was looking at the what is it, the taste for blood? Her one of her disciplines. But I guess the hunger's at 0, so I don't know what else she could figure out from it. Taste and Vicia says it determines the relative blood potency of the vampire. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, is there a role associated with that, or you just know it?
See, user dabs the blood on their tongue, makes a resolve plus blood sorcery roll. It's the 3 difficulty.
Okay. So the difficulty 3. Resolve and blood sorcery, you said?
Yes.
Go for it.
Give it a lick.
Get to the center of that Tootsie Pop.
Ugh. Why? Why you gotta say it like that?
For that.
Where do I find it?
I believe it's on your
The other tab.
other
yeah.
tab.
Other,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Bottom left. There's a
Yeah.
plus sign next to the name of the discipline.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so I see like a dot next to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See
Dot would be
the
the
plus
descriptor.
sign next to the dot?
Not under the power itself, but under the discipline itself. Above
Oh,
it.
okay.
There
Yeah.
you go. And then roll your resolve with that.
Okay.
Is this your first blood power?
Yes, I've never
Ooh,
done this
It
before.
is.
Ooh. Oh.
All right.
So close.
So you can spend a willpower to re-roll those 2 failures if you
Okay.
want.
Sure.
Cool. So just spend a willpower, mark off 1, and roll 2d10.
Nice.
Got the
Ooh.
one that you need. Nice. Cool. So yes, you can determine the general blood potency, right? You said
Yes.
it's old, old blood. Like, so Kane is blood potency 1, right? Like he's the original, or blood potency not 1,
0?
whatever the max is. Generation 1. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
blood potency 10.
Mm.
This is probably around 7 or 8 ish.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
Yes, this is ancient blood.
In comparison, where would Dracula, if he existed, be? In the 8 to 10 range?
Dracula would be. He was. What year was?
It's actually out there somewhere. Somebody put that out once. Hold on.
Yeah, isn't
the actual Dracula from the novels was that took place in the late 19th century, but he was much older than that.
Right.
don't you meet Dracula in the game? Like the old one from the 90s?
Do you? I don't know.
Pretty sure you do.
Z, who believes in a lot of conspiracy theories, doesn't believe that Dracula is real.
Right.
According to the wiki, it says 6th generation originally and 5th through Diablerie.
See, I knew it was out there.
Mm-hmm. There's always a wiki.
Always.
Knowledge, you have to know it.
Your Google flu is faster than mine.
I've seen her type. She has lightning fingers.
I don't have my thingies on right now, so my hands are like, what are we doing? I took a break. I've been wearing my braces all day.
It's like the strongest vampires of Dracula's generation could be around 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's open knowledge, though.
But this is still
Probably not.
way above our pay grade.
Right?
Yeah. Spent a lot of time in the library. Don't think I really would have looked up that much stuff on him.
Cool. We can cut back to Z getting back home with his coffee. The toilet all garbage bagged and tied up. And did Charlie touch any more of it after that happened, or was it the one and done?
I don't know. It was pretty powerful. I don't know if, touching more of it could do something really dangerous.
Like turn you into her?
Oh, wow.
Oh, Snipes.
Yeah. So it's obvious this stuff is trying to get back to whatever's in that jar. Frank, what's in the jar?
Yeah, man. I told you, man. It was really old peanut butter and jelly. I think it was just jelly. I'm not quite sure anymore, man.
I'll point to one of the little globules as it flies by me. This is not jelly, Frank.
No, man.
Frank,
I don't know where that came from, man.
Frank, honey,
Yeah.
darling, sweetheart, where and when did you get that jar?
don't remember, man. I know I've had it for a long time, man.
How long exactly?
All right.
Um,
And right now the jar is tied up in a trash bag, tied down to the toilet.
It's still on the back of the toilet, and yeah, there's a trash bag over the whole tank and tied up.
Are the globules still like collecting on the outside of the bag or something?
Yep,
Ew,
absolutely.
ew, ew. It's like, now what are we gonna do? What happens if you touch that stuff? And I'm gonna, ew, and no.
and what year's it, man?
You sure you don't want to touch it, Z?
I'm pretty sure I don't want to touch it. The fact that you want me to touch it makes you kind of sus.
I'm still thinking, what year's it, man? What's the current year, man?
How do you not know that?
Just sort of flies by, man.
You guys
I'm living in
reminds
the
me of
moment,
this,
you know?
this documentary I saw about McMurdo Station in Antarctica and this alien thing they found. Scary.
Oh, man,
Documentary.
it does sound scary. Yeah, man, I need to know what year it is to know how long I've had it, man. Does anyone know what year it is, man?
It's present day, isn't it?
Yes, everybody except Frank would know that it's 2023.
Oh, okay.
Kitty's just staring at him incredulous, like, but.
There is no, like, hidden anything on his face. It is pure innocence, just like, what year is it?
It's 2023, Frank.
Oh, man, I've had that jar for over 2 decades, man.
That's a long time.
I know, man. It's mutated, I swear.
You just
Mom.
been carrying it around?
Yeah, man. Sometimes.
Why?
It's my lucky jar, man.
What makes it lucky, Frank?
It's gone through me through a lot, man.
How?
Before I met all you.
I want to try something. I'm going to try to untie the bag from the tank and get it to turn inside out so I can catch all this goo on the inside of the bag.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think that's easy enough. It's not like fast moving or anything. It's not squirmy, so you can just and catch all the stuff on top.
Yep, that's pretty much what, because I want to look at the jar, but I don't. Now that we've collected all this shit here, we have it inside the bag. I'll tie the bag shut with it inside.
I mean, there's always more coming because it's leaking
It's
out of the
always
book.
dripping through.
Well,
Yeah.
but we've got some in the bag at
Uh-huh.
least.
Yep.
But I want to have. I've never really looked at this jar. I've tried to avoid eye contact with it up to now because it's really disturbing. But I got to have a look at the jar now.
Yep.
Avoiding eye contact with a jar.
It's a strawberry Smuckers, like not the big ones, but like the small size strawberry Smuckers jar. It's still got the label in pristine condition, and inside, stuck to the side of it, is this deep, dark, reddish purple mass that is just pulsating constantly.
I am going to reach out and gingerly touch the lid of the jar and spin the jar 180 degrees so that this booger is around on the back side of the jar.
The moment your
observe
finger
it.
touches the jar, your entire arm goes numb.
Oh!
You
Can
can't
I?
move it.
Can I? I can't move the jar even with my numb arm.
Your arm just falls the moment it touches the jar.
Yeah, I told him, man, don't touch that. Doesn't like to be touched, man.
How have you been transporting this thing with you if you can't touch it?
Sometimes it likes to be touched, man. I don't know. It's mutated.
Back slowly out of the room, rubbing my hand as I. Fuck kind of peanut butter is that, Frank?
It's peanut butter, maybe jelly.
Who knows?
That
Maybe it's
maybe
that
both.
peanut butter jelly mix goober stuff.
That's right, man.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
goobers.
Wait, was that around? I don't remember, man.
That's horrible.
It was one of those. I'll put a new trash bag over it.
It looks more like an inside-out ravioli than peanut butter and jelly. Oh,
Anyway,
I'm
we got
getting out of there.
chocolate chip ice cream, man. We gotta go get that delivery, man. Who's coming?
Yeah, I think I need to get out of the house. I'll come with you.
Shit. All this goo is coming from that book?
Yes.
Should we take the book with us?
Yes. We should.
Maybe we should put the book in a bag.
Oh no, we can't.
That's what I said, man. Put it in a trash bag.
No.
What do you mean, no, man?
I'm still studying it.
Yeah, but when you're
You
not.
can take it out of the trash bag when it's
Yeah.
done, man.
And in between, you can put it in the bag to collect all this goo.
Reluctantly, I hand over the book.
I don't want the book, man.
Just throw it in the bag and hand her back the bag.
Yes, I'll carry that.
And just keep it like that when you're not reading it.
Okay.
We just spend an hour on goo
And trash
for the
bags.
most part.
Did.
Totally did.
Yeah.
Goo and trash bags.
I'll tell them the address that was on the text.
Okay.
Where it at?
What was the title of that book, or did it have a title?
It did not. It's just a unnaturally heavy leather-bound tome.
Leather.
Small, like pocket journal, but weighed as much as a big book.
Leather.
Leather.
What
Ew.
language was it written in? How old is it? Charlie's a book expert. I'm asking her.
Yep.
I was like, so tell me more about this book. Who wrote it?
I don't think I know specifically who wrote it. But it's old. I can tell you that. Yeah, I don't think I know who wrote it, right?
No, you don't know like the name of the specific person.
Like I didn't think I did, but I had to make sure.
So what have you learned from it? What is it? What is it? Is it like short stories? Is it, bird watching advice? What's the book about?
It's a journal. I'm still learning about it though. I'm still reading it.
So it's somebody's journal,
Mm-hmm.
or as I watch another little piece of goo float by, something's journal.
Yeah.
Did they write it
More
in,
like
in blood?
it is written. Looks like it's written in Vishya. This is what's pouring out of the book. I've been trying to get somebody to help me with this, but
You
my
said
emails are being ignored.
That's so
You said
wasteful.
it's what? Vite? At that point, I'm going to think about touching it for a second and then think better of it.
That's so wasteful.
You had your chance, Z. You can't touch this book.
I'll just have to be disappointed.
Kitty gives like all the goo on the toilet just the ultimate Kara and just sneer. How could they waste that?
I don't think it's wasted. I think we're supposed to learn something from it, but I don't know exactly what.
I don't know. I'm thinking that I don't know. Maybe this is just me tripping and being far fetched, but I'm thinking that whatever this stuff is and whatever is in that jar is the same thing. And that thing is whatever wrote this book, and it's trying to come back from whatever happened to it. And something tells me we don't want that to happen, but we need to figure out exactly what's going on, exactly what happened here.
Have you read the last page of the book yet?
You skip to the end when you read books?
I mean, sometimes in a dire circumstance, you might have to. This sounds like one of them. Can we maybe just see what the last page says?
Okay. I would never do this, but I'll do it for you.
If it were like an actual story, I wouldn't ask you to. But this sounds a little bit more dire than that.
Frank's eyes have been glazed over this entire conversation.
The
Kitty will
last
kick
page
him.
of the book is just a signature. The signature of Elizabeth Schulier.
That name sounds really familiar.
Yeah. You guys can give me I don't know what it is. Whoever wants to can give me intelligence. Is there like a history, lore, something like that?
Academics.
I have
Awareness?
Yeah,
I have
academics would work.
academics. I'm
I
not the
don't.
greatest at it.
Lord.
Charlie
Oh.
is.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, that's
I know
Alexander
stuff and
Hamilton's
things.
wife.
Yes.
Good stuff at base.
It's whose wife? Alexander
Alexander
Hamilton.
Hamilton's.
Oh my god, I was like, why does this sound so familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was totally singing the song in my head.
We
Yeah.
only watched the play 3 times, no big deal.
I make my coworkers listen to the Hamilton soundtrack at work on a regular basis.
Wait,
I'm sure
That's
I'm
his
not
wife,
loved.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. So the last page is just her signature at the end of it.
Fuck me.
Mm.
I'm gonna pull out my cell phone and message Professor Q and ask him if he has any interesting tidbits on the life of this woman.
All right.
I'm not
Right.
gonna fill him in on any of the details
Right.
because
Uh.
I'm sure that while we have discussed the theory of vampires, I'm sure he doesn't. Well, maybe he does, but I don't think he knows. Or I don't know that he knows. I suspect that he knows.
Right. All right. You probably don't get a response immediately.
Usually
but-
don't.
Yeah. But your message is noted.
I don't like this at all. I don't like it at all. I thought I was the only one bringing famous people into this game.
All right. Do you just do you just flip to the last page or do you go back a little bit? Like, is that all you read?
For now, yes.
Okay.
I'm a little stunned that it's her.
Frank. Frank.
What? Yeah, what?
Welcome back. So
Thanks. Yeah.
now that we've learned who the journal belongs to, are you sure you remember nothing?
Does Frank remember anything?
I mean, Frank remembers how he got the jar and everything. Whether Frank wants to be open about that or not is up to him. But yeah, you remember everything.
Given the amount of substances Frank's had since then,
Right.
I'm not sure
So
Frank
yeah,
remembers
let me
everything.
rephrase. It's up to you how much Frank remembers. There's no storyteller fiat there.
Mhm. I think over time and many substances of questionable origin, Frank remembers the emotions of that time in his life, especially that event. Don't think he really recalls the specifics outside of the surroundings, like when he got that vision.
Right.
Yeah, man. No, man. I was in a place, it was real sandy, and the buildings were made of sand, man. I think.
Sand.
Yeah, man. I was really scared too, man. For a long time. That's about it, man.
Scary sand place. Helpful. Shit. Well, are there any dates on the entries in that book, or does she just write?
No dates.
Shit. None of this is helpful. All right, let's just go get the fucking ice cream.
Yeah, man. Chocolate chip ice
Fuck.
cream. Let's go, man.
This is all stupid. I don't like any of it.
I mean, where I'm looking from, man, chocolate chip ice cream, a lot more normal than whatever y'all are talking about.
Not when it
Yeah.
comes with bullets in it.
I mean, even them, man. I understand bullets. I don't know who that book is. Where? What? I don't know, man.
There's floating blood in my house, and now we gotta go get ice cream bullets. I don't like it.
All right. Are y'all driving again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kitty
We're
doesn't
riding in
walk.
Kitty's truck.
Kitty does not walk. Ever.
All right. Yeah, y'all can all take Kitty's truck.
I'll load my gun up in the truck again, man. Just in case, you know.
Okay.
Never know.
Yep.
We, Charlie, you're bringing the bag with the book in it, I assume.
Everybody seems to be more comfortable with that, so
All right.
I'll bring it.
Okay. Sure. I like having something else I can take from you. All right. So yeah, you guys can we get the shot of the truck like peeling out. The four of you in the cab probably, or three of you and then one of you in the back, because I imagine Kitty is not driving.
No, but there's room if everybody wants to sit in there.
Yep.
It's a huge
Yeah,
truck.
man, I'll be in the back.
All right. Are you guys letting Baldesia know at all?
I got a pager, man. I can't send messages.
Yeah, I told him I would, and I'm a man of my word.
Okay.
I'll let him know.
All right. So you send him a text?
Yep.
All right.
Hey,
What does it say?
It says, Brom needs chocolate chip.
All right. Cool.
We're off to fetch it.
Sounds good.
You send the address?
Did you give me the address?
Yeah, I did.
Then yeah, I would have.
Okay. We get the scene of you guys pulling out, and then we cut to there's a motel, but immediately we can tell like it's loud. There's loud music happening at this motel. and it's not immediately obvious where it's coming from with the shot we get of the front. But we pan over the building, and in the back parking courtyard area, you can see a band is set up and playing just in the back of this motel. And it's like they do in movies where it's clearly supposed to be a death metal hardcore band with like the antlers all over the name.
The one that looks like they just threw him on the ground and
Yeah.
hope it's spelled a word.
But the music, because this is what they do in movies, the music isn't that hardcore death metal stuff. It's something like far more tame, like Electric Callboy or something like that is playing. So like the music cuts into "Pump It" by Electric Callboy, and we see them jamming out, and we cut back to the front as you guys pull in your truck, and you can see there's like a makeshift cordoned off parking area where they won't let you pass unless you have like tickets to the show. But yeah, as you guys pull up, the entry to this motel area is all cordoned off with a guy in a cheap-looking suit kind of standing out there. It says, guys here for the show?
We are now. We didn't know there was a show, but we heard the music.
Got tickets?
No, but I suppose you could help us with that.
One. I got
$25 each.
Do you know who I am? And ST, most people do. Yes, actually. Because I have 3 dots in fame.
He says, you look familiar. Probably seen you around town.
You've probably seen my name on albums and posters as well. And you should just let us in. Kitty Wells doesn't generally pay for concert tickets, young man. Especially not in my town.
It sounds like you kind of want to make a persuasion check. Either manipulation or charisma. It's not crazy difficult, straightforward. But yeah, either charisma or manipulation and persuasion.
You got it. No!
Mm.
Bestial failure.
Mm.
Let me pull up your clan info real quick.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
it's gonna get
this
real
is
funny
not
real
good.
quick.
This is not good.
Unless you happen to know what your clan compulsion tends to be. Bruja. Bruja hates
Brouhaha.
authority. Oh,
Are you Bruja too?
she is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we
explode
tend to
pretty
rage.
easy.
Yeah. So, you can, to be fair, spend a willpower to reroll 2 of those dice and see if you get a success.
Let's do that.
Oh man, that's not the fun option.
Yeah.
You're silly.
Yes!
Crit. Nice.
Nice.
All right. So yes, that changes it entirely. So there is a brief moment where Kitty just pictures herself just pummeling this poor.
Ripping
Bouncer.
his throat out and throwing it all over the ground.
Yeah. And yeah, we get the shot of that, and then like it cuts back to you just standing there and staring at him.
Instead,
fun.
I put on my cute little like, "Oh no, I'm innocent. You love me" face.
Yo. And he pauses for a second and finally goes, "Miss Kitty, of course, I would never dream of denying you entry." And he lifts the little thing. Please.
She'll do the like little pretend curtsy thing. Thank you, sir. And my party will be joining me.
Of course.
I will make sure your superiors know that you treated Kitty properly.
Thank you, ma'am.
As I go by, I'll slide him a 20 for his trouble.
All right. He nods. Thank you, sir.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he lets you guys on through. The area in front of you is like the front of the motel, has all of the rooms, basically all the doors, 3 floors. Your the address you got was room 315, we'll say. But there's also a little hallway that goes through to the backside, which is how you would get to the actual show if that's where you wanted to go. What are you guys doing?
Was there a room on the pager message?
Room 315.
Oh, we gotta go to room 315, man. That's where the ice cream is.
Is this an old hotel? Is it stairs only, or does it have an elevator?
Stairs.
Oh, let's do it. I'll lead the way up the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can make your way up the stairs. Pretty easy to get to room 315. Just head down the hallway. All of the room lights are off. Like you haven't seen a single one that's on. That does not change when you get to room 315. Lights are off, and all you can hear is the thumping bass of the band. How do you guys approach the door?
I knock, man. Like
Okay.
the first job, you know?
Yeah. You knock, and the door starts to swing inward as you knock, and then kind of bounces back towards you each time you knock.
Like it's on the chain and slightly open?
That's a possibility. You guys can give me whoever wants to, can give me, I don't know, wits awareness?
I'll
guess.
take that.
All right. And you can add 1 to that if you want. Make it moderate.
Nice.
That'll do it. Cool. So as Frank knocks, Z, you're kind of watching. You watch the door bounce open, and a glint of something catches your eye along the bottom of the door. That you notice is a string that's like across the door entry. So as the door bounces backwards, it just catches the string enough to bounce back towards you, but doesn't push through it.
I will put my arm out and pull Frank. Frank, it's trapped.
Wait, what? What, man?
It's trapped. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
So let me have a closer look at it. It's a string tied between the wall and the door, or
It looks like it's tied between the walls on the other side of the door. So as it goes in, it hits it. It's easy enough to reach if you just want to snip it now that you've seen it.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You can just, I'm sure you have a pocket knife on you. And you
I'm
can cut it.
strong
and-
enough I can just break it.
Yeah, true. And after that, you can just, the door swings open easily.
All right,
Yeah.
what do
Good
I-
job, man.
And as you swing the door in, the room itself is dark. All the lights are off. You can see just from kind of like the flashing of the lights from the concert coming in through the window on the opposite wall. You can see somebody sitting in a chair about halfway through the room, slumped forward slightly. And you catch on either side what the string was tied to was like lamps. It looks like heavy duty construction site type lamps that are both pointed towards the door. But other than that, the room seems empty. Just this person sitting slumped in the middle on a chair.
I want to have a closer look at these lamps. What kind of bulbs are in them?
Okay. Yeah. It's hard to tell in the dark, but you can flip on the light if you want. And they look like fancy bulbs for sure. I don't know what Z's experience with different types of bulbs is, or if
I got
he
a
has any.
3 in technology.
All right, go ahead and make me an intelligence technology roll. Let's see what you get from these lamps. Oh yeah. These are UV bulbs in these lamps for sure.
Somebody was expecting vampires.
Hmm.
We were set up. There's nothing else in this room, right?
Just the man slumped in the chair. Who with I guess that was technology, so it doesn't really apply to him. But he is slumped, yes, in the middle, in the chair at the foot of the bed, basically. Like the bed's in the center of the room. There's a TV, and then he's in a chair between the two, slumped forwards.
All right, let's is he alive? Let's look
It's
at
hard to
him.
tell. Yeah,
Let's sit him up.
yeah. You lean him back, and you can see almost immediately the fangs that mark him as a vampire himself. And he's not moving, but he doesn't seem dead. He seems to be in torpor.
Is there a stake in his heart?
You
Doesn't
don't-
that immobilize vampires?
It
in this?
absolutely paralyzes them. Yes.
Uh-huh.
You can give me a wits awareness roll, or an investigation if there's if anybody wants to investigate, or give me wits awareness, anything like that, and I'll give you different answers depending on what you use.
I'll use wits investigation. I have a better.
Sounds good.
The wits awareness is better, but I'm checking
Okay.
him out.
All right.
I did not succeed.
That's all right. 2 is enough to get some information. Charlie got a 3, so that'll help. Between the two of you, Charlie and Z, you can start going over him. Charlie, you're the one who notices, like, in the middle of his chest, just a small hole in his shirt, like the size of a pinprick almost. That leads you guys to investigate further. There's a matching hole in his skin under the shirt.
Like somebody staked him with a shish kebab skewer.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Although if the stake had been removed, he would be unparalyzed at this point.
Maybe
It's
it's
really
still
small
in
hole,
there.
man. Is that like acupuncture, man? Stick the needles in you?
Stick it in there and then break it off.
I did that once, man. It was pretty scary. Where's that ice cream, man?
I'm not seeing any ice cream, Frank. That's what I'm saying. Is somebody set us up? Those are vampire cookers. I'll point at the lamps. There's a booby trap on the door, and something's wrong with this guy. Miss Kitty,
Yes.
do you have a pair of tweezers?
No. All I've got is this, and she pulls out the revolver with the daylight bullet still in it.
No, not gonna be what we need.
All right, put it back in
I
the
don't
boot.
really- I have no knowledge of medicine whatsoever. Lean this guy forward. Is there an exit wound in his back?
Nope.
I mean, I'm sure Frank has some bobby pins in his hair he can pull out if you want one of those.
Yeah, but I need tweezers. I think whatever stabbed him is still in there. That's why he's in the torpor.
Yeah,
And
man.
we need some way to get it out.
You can use bobby pins as like little tweezers, man.
Show me.
All right, man.
All right. This seems like dexterity. I don't know. Dexterity.
Manipulation? Maybe?
Manipulation?
Manipulation's
Manipulation's
another
like
stat.
social.
Yeah.
Oh, manipulation. Okay, yeah.
Medicine?
Yeah, we can go with medicine, sure. I'll make it, moderate.
Can I add more die?
You can make a rouse check to add 2 dice, I believe it is,
I'll do
in
that.
your blood potency.
It's fine.
All right.
That's a blood surge, right?
Yes, that is a blood surge. Yeah, click the surge and it'll add them automatically. All right. You can spend a willpower to reroll 3 dice.
Yeah, let me do that.
Okay.
No.
Oh. All right. So you got 2 out of the 3. I will offer you success at a cost.
Uh-oh.
If you want. Trying to think of a good cost. You'll succeed, but you'll draw the attention of somebody you probably don't want the attention of.
Yeah, man, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after some finagling, it takes a little while to get the bobby pin in there just right into this tiny hole on this guy's chest and yank out. You end up yanking out a small, almost toothpick size piece of wood that was clearly embedded in this guy's heart. And he immediately sits up and and starts screaming, looks around, and he's gonna he like throws a punch at you.
Mm.
Luckily,
Right.
he's still a bit out of it, so it's not like he's not gonna actually hit you or anything. But like he throws a punch at you, you step out of the way real quick.
Oh.
He looks around and he says, "Where'd it go? Where'd the package go? Did you guys get it?
No.
No,
we
man.
didn't.
What?
They took it."
Frank, show him the sliver. We showed up, and there was a booby trap here with you in the middle of it, and that stuck in your heart.
Yeah, man. Little toothpick.
What the fuck? Oh,
Mm.
man, I am quitting this job when I get home. Oh. All right. So they took it. And he
Okay.
points to like a corner where you can actually see a little rectangular indent on the floor where something was sitting.
Mm.
You didn't see him?
See
No, man.
who?
If I knew that, I would have said. I don't know. I've been sitting here with a fucking piece of wood in my heart.
What's the last thing you do remember?
I remember a knock on the door. And then when I went to answer it, they just shoved it open. And they grabbed the box. And then I couldn't move. And they put me in the chair. And then, yeah, they did set up. I couldn't see, but I heard them setting some up. And then they went out that window. And he points to the back window.
Man,
I'll
that's really
walk
scary,
over
man.
there and have a look.
All right. Yeah. You can see out the back window there's a small fire escape kind of area that leads down. And you can see the band playing on the stage. Lights going crazy. Probably about 50 people hanging out, listening to the music. And you can give me a wits awareness roll. See if you can see what you spot. Wow.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What your vampire eyes see? Nothing.
They see your feet.
I catch my reflection in the window and start admiring myself.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
And,
good looking.
Yeah, you're kind of lost between your reflection in all the different lights and the band playing and the crowd. There's a pit forming in the crowd that draws you in. But you don't really see much other than that.
Well, suppose, and I'll turn back to this. Is he somebody we've seen before? Nobody we know?
No, you don't know him.
Suppose you tell us who you work for and what the hell was going down here.
Oh, I've no, I don't think that's a good idea. I was told to make a handoff. I tried to do that. Things went to hell. I don't think my employer needs to be brought into this in any way.
Other than we don't want to be blamed for whatever is missing because it wasn't here when we showed up, and
Mm.
somebody set up, a booby trap for us.
No, I get
So
that.
these
I
are
get
like construction site type lamps.
that. Yeah,
Do
like
they-
the
are they-
portable
are they-
wireframe lamps.
Okay. Are they on like collapsible poles so they can be like collapsed down and made portable?
Yep.
All right. I'm taking them with.
All right. So it's like, well, if
Man.
you don't want to be blamed, you can go get it. I guess.
Where would we even look?
I don't know. They couldn't have gotten far. It's been like 2 minutes.
So they were here right before we were.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's go, man.
Maybe he's been staked. He don't know.
Fun part about being staked as a vampire, you're still fully aware of everything. You just can't move.
Ugh.
Well, let's see
Frankel.
if we can catch up to somebody.
Head to the window.
To the wall.
Okay.
Crawl out.
Alrighty. Yeah, you guys can start making your way out that way if you want.
So I'll turn back to this guy. So what are we looking for? What does it look like?
3 dudes. Big dudes. One of them was big. I don't know much about the others. Kind of, after I got hit in the face, lost focus a little bit.
But the box. What did the box look like?
Oh, the box. It's it's about like a foot and a half long by 8 inches. Silver, has a handle.
Okay. Frank's going out the window.
Yeah, man.
I'll follow Frank. You ladies want to, maybe head out another way. Maybe you guys want to check the crowd because it looks like they went out into the crowd. Maybe go cover the exits because if they came out this way, they're probably down there somewhere.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can't flush them towards you guys.
Yeah, we can do that.
Go back
Wait.
the way we came, I guess.
Is there a toilet?
It's a hotel room. Of course, there's a toilet.
I'm gonna ask the toilet where they went with the package.
When I hear him ask that, I'm going to quickly step through the window out onto the fire escape because I do not want to hear if the toilet's going to answer him.
Hey, man, you know where they went? You must have seen something, man. And I would like to use my premonition power.
Okay. Does that require a roll?
Yes, if I'm actively using it.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay. Rouse check. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, and it's resolve plus aspect. Aspects.
Difficulty.
Can we blood surge powers or no?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
The number of successes rolled determines the level of insight on the subject, if any.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
All right.
Yeah, I'll search this.
Okay.
Another rouse check.
Nice.
And resolve.
Two whole successes.
I'll reroll 3 of those,
Okay.
you said?
Up to 3, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Dang it.
2 successes.
Oh,
Hey, man, where'd they go?
Yeah, the toilet just says back to you. Out the window.
All right. Thanks, man. I don't think,
as Kitty's going
2
down the
successes.
stairs, you just
I
hear,
don't think 2 successes would
"Damn
mean anyone
toilet."
heard what the toilet said.
No.
Damn toilets. She's walking down the stairs.
All right. Yeah, Frank and Z can head down into the crowd through the fire escape. Charlie and Kitty, you guys can head out back the front door and to the exits if you want.
Kitty's trying not to be obvious about like, I don't,
All right.
It's not her music.
Yep.
This
Cool. Go ahead.
this band, how big is their setup?
Not very big. They got like probably a Marshall half stack for one guitarist, and the same for the bassist.
So they don't have the big stage with the overhead.
No, it's
thing and
like
all
a
that rig and all of that nonsense.
it's a local show for sure. They got their banner with the band name in the back, and that's about it. It's the Antlers, and you can kind of make out what it says
Oh no.
if you try real hard. Band name is Taste the Afterbirth.
wow.
Yeah, just one of those really wonderful death metal band names, you know?
He's been waiting for the chance to do this to me. Specifically to Kitty when he heard that phrase on YouTube recently. He was like, oh, that's going to be the band name for
It's
Kitty.
going to be a band name.
Kitty's going to walk in and that band is going to be playing.
That's apparently a real thing. So that's a thing that happens.
That's why I started making faces as soon as he said it was a metal band. I was like, oh, here we go.
Here we go.
But yeah, let's on that note take a short break here and come back in a few minutes.
Gotta feed
Pick
the
up with you
cats.
guys trying to find these guys.
All right.
All right. Well, we are back.
Hello, hello.
And Ducky very kindly reminded me that the band name I could not wait to use was actually Doorway to the Afterbirth,
Mm.
which is just so much better.
Mm.
Oh, like
So
the
that's
other one
what-
is better.
Mm.
But yes, we can cut in on Frank and Z as you guys make your way through the crowd. The actual song that's playing is probably at this point another Electric Callboy song. That's what I got in my head. The oh man, what's that one where they're
We got the beat.
Spaceman?
We got the beat.
Spaceman by Electric Callboy.
We got the move. That's what it is. We got the move.
Yeah. But yeah, what are you guys doing to try and make your way through this crowd?
Let's see. Perhaps I'm looking at my social skills. Don't really see much in the way, so I'm just, just kind of, push my way kind of as gently as possible, move people out of the way.
Okay. You're stronger than
Excuse
any
me,
of them.
pardon me, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be rude, but
Right. But it's easy for you to just kind of move somebody aside.
The standard concert wiggle.
Yeah.
I'm following the
Yes.
wave he's leaving behind.
Right.
Head bobbing.
You guys
looking for
get
somebody besides us that looks like they don't fit this crowd.
right. You make your way through a decent way until you kind of hit the edge of the pit that has formed in this tiny group of people.
Are they in the pit?
There, you see, just on the other side of the pit, 3 men. One huge stands above the rest of the crowd, and 2 on either side wearing suits, which doesn't fit this crowd at all. Nobody
But they're
in this
not
crowd is
in the
wearing a suit.
pit.
No, they're on the other side of it from you.
Frank,
Yeah, man.
ready to get your mosh on?
Sure, man.
Let's do it. And I'll break through the ring into the pit and start. Is it just general chaos, or is it kind of doing the spin in a circle thing?
It's definitely got the spin going on.
All right, I will.
It does
Kind
have
of-
that one jackass that's just flailing his elbows around.
Yeah.
But I think as you guys make your way through, somebody else takes care of him for you. Like somebody else gets frustrated and just bam,
I
knocks him
just
on his
wanted
ass.
him to accidentally hit me in the face with his elbow and break it.
Yeah. Are you guys trying to avoid detection as you do this, or are you?
Yeah, because I'm like moving with the crowd, and I'm thrashing and moshing and shit. I probably look a little anachronistic as everybody here's wearing death metal t-shirts, and I have a Clash t-shirt on.
Right.
You
I mean,
stand
there's probably a
out.
fair number of like Sabbath shirts and stuff like that. So
Are there any hippies in the crowd?
no
okay.
hippies.
All right.
No hippies coming to taste the afterbirth.
Mm.
Turns out.
Shame.
In fact, I probably know this band.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
You think you stand out.
And so these guys are just standing watching the crowd.
No, they're making their way through the crowd as well. With less
Uh,
ease than you are.
We're gonna
clearly aren't as
mosh our
strong.
way around the circle, and
Okay.
of course, I know that once you get into the mosh pit, people don't tend to let you out. But I think I'm not going to have a
Yeah.
problem breaking through to
No.
get out.
The main problem is going to be making it subtle enough to not be seen. So let's have whoever's worse make either strength stealth or charisma stealth, whichever one you want. But whoever's worse at those.
I got about 5 dice in both of those.
Let's see. My strength stealth is where's stealth? My strength stealth is 4. My charisma stealth is 3.
Okay,
Hmm.
so you can use either strength stealth or charisma stealth, Z, but you'll be the one rolling. Ooh, not bad. I don't think you can make because you can't re-roll hunger dice.
Mm.
So there's no chance of success.
No, you can spend a willpower to re-roll the 1 and get a success at a cost if you want. If you manage to succeed one more time,
Do it.
or do you just want to be seen?
I just want to be seen.
Okay, so I think what happens is the biggest dude in the pit sees you guys and like steps up and runs towards you and just bounces off of you, Z, as he like shoulders into you. And
Actually, when he hits me, is he coming towards me? And am I between him and the other guys?
yes.
All right. When he hits me, I'm going to try to make it look like I go flying towards the edge of the crowd.
Okay.
I have soaring leap, so I can.
Oh, nice.
Just as he hits me, I'm going to push backwards instead of flying up. I'm going to fly backwards and hit the edge of the ring
Nice. So yeah,
like somebody shoved me really hard.
yeah, you careen into it, sending a shockwave through the crowd outwards, and hitting these 3 guys in suits who all turn around and see you and Frank standing there as you get yourself up off the ground and chasing them. One of them reaches to his belt and pulls out a very strange looking pistol. It's definitely not normal, and it has like a side bead, I guess, that at a quick glance in the flashing lights, it's hard to tell what exactly it is. He pulls it out, but they just keep moving forward and pick up the pace as you guys follow them. Are you trying to direct them, like herd them in a certain way? How are you going about this?
Is the crowd is still pretty heavy here?
We'll see. You guys can get to the edge of the crowd pretty. Again, it's like 50 people, and 10 of them are moshing. So you guys get to the edge pretty quickly, and they'll get to the edge and like start making it for the back exit.
While we're making
Using
our way closer,
fleetness,
can I
I
start
make-
yelling? Yeah, man, those guys need to dance. Help them dance, man. And start
All
using
right.
compel on mortals.
All right.
Frank, keep him occupied. I'm going to try to use my fleetness and push my way around through the crowd to try to get in front of them so that when they come out of the crowd, I'm there.
All right.
What do I need to make that happen? It's a celerity power.
Okay. So Frank, for yours, no roll because they're all unprepared and mortal.
Nice.
So yeah, you can do that, and they'll start turning around and grabbing the guys and like, yeah,
I think it's just one dude per round, basically.
yeah. So, like one guy just grabs one of the smaller guys and just starts shaking him like, yeah. Meanwhile, Z, what does your power require?
Let's see. Fleetness adds a celerity rating to the user's dice pool for non-combat dexterity tests.
Okay. So yeah,
So it
let's,
just allows me to be a little faster.
cool. So let's have you make a
And
dexterity.
it does require a rouse check.
Okay. Go for it.
Get
So
a
I
little
need
hungry,
that
man.
first.
Yeah, make the rouse check.
Nice.
Nice. And then give me a dexterity. What do you think? Dexterity athletics? That's what it seems like to me. You're trying to weave through people basically to get to them quickly.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Nice.
Nice. That's a messy
Woo.
critical.
I don't know what that means, but I guess I'm about to find out.
Yeah, so messy criticals, I don't 100% agree with the concept of in this game. Because it's basically you succeed plus something bad happens. like you give in to a compulsion of some sort. Which, given that you are fairly hungry at this point, would
There's probably some
be a-
rich kids in this crowd.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Get a little sip, little snack.
I'm thinking one of these jackasses is probably going to get bit. Unless they turn out to be vampires, and then they might get bit anyways.
Let me pull up real quick what exactly a messy critical does. Let's see. There a search.
Now I have the urge to go play V Rising some more.
Those poor captured humans.
You hear
They're
they're going to add multiple level structures now.
Nice. Have they added any more maps yet?
No, but that's coming in the same update.
Nice.
There's going to be more maps, more factions, and it's
Nice.
still not the end game.
Nope.
I don't know where messy criticals are. Because of course they aren't with like the normal roll rules.
No. Is it an advanced systems?
Seen the
Or I'm
V5
looking at-
primer? Or core book page 207?
207.
Yeah.
There it is. Messy critical. Critical win in which one or more tens appears on a hunger die is a messy critical. Character succeeds as in a regular critical, but like an animal would, not a being capable of foresight or self-control. The beast scored the critical, perhaps, not you. So, you catch up to them, but
I
it isn't
knocked
pretty.
some people down getting through the crowd.
And you probably tear into one of them.
Push him,
'Cause-
grab him, pull him out of the way hard enough to break an arm or something.
Yeah, because the example that they give is like getting past a bouncer and you accidentally snap his spine.
Ooh. I mean,
so
things happen.
It's a death metal crowd. I
Yeah.
probably stiff armed somebody and pushed part of his rib cage into his heart.
and I think it's like the guy that you're trying to catch up to. Not the big guy carrying the case, but one of the smaller guys next to him. You just shove your way through the crowd and make waves. And then you just slam into one of the guys in the suit. And you hear the crunch as his ribs snap. As you hit him and just take him to the ground. You have certainly caught up with these guys.
In a
And they
real
are-
brutal way.
Yeah, they are certainly aware of you. At least the two that are still alive.
I'll look up at the other two and kind of sit up or push myself up and say, well, that happened. Give me the box.
Yeah, one of them still has a guy shaking him like, yeah, let's dance. But the large guy whips the specialized pistol around to you. And you can see now that the magazine, basically, but it's a weird magazine that's off to the side, is loaded with small toothpick-like pieces of wood.
Oh, no. Okay. This is where fleetness, once per turn, I may also use fleetness when defending by using dexterity and athletics.
All right, let's have you make dexterity and athletics then. And add one. It's going to be straightforward. It's busy. And he can't get a good shot, but... Nice. Yeah. It fires off. It's a small pop as it fires, and you see something shoot out, and it catches you probably like in the arm instead of in the chest where he was aiming. But just a small piece of wood, about 2 inches long, sticking out of your arm as he fires. It doesn't do any damage because it's a toothpick, basically.
Mm.
But yeah, and he fires that and then grabs the guy that he's with and yanks him away from the dude trying to get him to dance, and starts moving towards an exit. How are you guys responding?
One after a minute.
How so? Trying to tackle him? Trying to do
Was
what?
it the big guy or the other guy that had the gun?
The big dude?
The big guy.
Has it.
Yeah.
He also has the case. in his-
All right. While I'm here on the ground, they're just abandoning their buddy.
Yeah, he's
Does he have
been
one of
left.
those guns?
No, he does not.
All
He
right.
does have a normal pistol.
They have broken out of the crowd though, and they're
Yes.
kind of moving away.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go into hunt mode, and from where I'm at, as they move away, I will kind of follow them stealthily,
Mhm.
or try.
All right.
I'll just yell at him, "Hey man, get back in the pit!" at the big one, and try
Yeah.
and compel him.
Okay. He is prepared.
Yeah.
So you'll have to roll against him. It's moderate difficulty.
Moderate. And it is charisma plus dominate.
All right.
Neat. I'll blood search this one. I
All
want to get
right.
that case. I gotta get some ice cream. Check. Oh man, I'm getting hungry.
Uh-oh.
Then dominate. Wait, no, charisma.
Nice.
Woo!
That is also a messy critical.
Mm.
So again, you succeed, but in a way that causes violence or some sort. So I think what happens is he listens, and he listens too well. Because this is a big dude. He's like
Yeah.
6'6", huge. He looks like the
Uh-oh.
fucking Rock, right?
Mm.
Like, and so he just turns around, sprints back into the pit, and knocks a few people out, and just elbow slams the first guy he sees. You can hear a snap, even from where you are, as the guy's neck just goes sideways, and then he just starts bouncing back and forth, being the crazy guy in the pit.
Jesus.
He did
drop
just
the
drop the
box?
case, though.
Oh yeah. I'll try and grab it if Z's not going for it.
Yeah. You try and grab it at the same time that the last standing dude tries to grab it. At the same time, Kitty and Charlie, you guys are coming around the side. They're kind of at the back of the crowd, and you can see all of this happening as the two of you walk around. But yeah, if you want to try and beat the guy to it, Frank,
Yeah.
you can make a... sounds like dexterity athletics to me to try and get there fast.
Okay.
And he's right next to
Oh,
it, so we'll
whoa.
keep it at moderate.
Whoa, why did it roll so much? No, that's not right.
Stamina
it's-
athletics.
No,
Dominate.
it's still wrong.
Dominate.
What the heck? Sorry, let me re-roll that. Jesus. There we go.
All right.
Nope.
So I'll offer you can either use a willpower to reroll the 1 and see if you succeed.
Sure.
Okay. Nice. That does it.
Yeah, man.
So for just a second, it looks like you're not going to make it in time. But then you like slide in just under him, grab it, and get up and start. Where are you going with it?
Running towards the exit. I got the football, man.
Charlie and Kitty, you both, as you walk around the side, see Frank slide in, grab the case, and start booking it towards you. Z, what are you doing?
This guy, what did the guy that missed the case? What is he doing?
He looks like he's about to start running after Frank.
And is
Yep.
there anybody else in the area besides me and him?
No, it's pretty like you guys are out a little bit behind the crowd. So
All right. Is there any
he's
place?
actually reaching for the gun that the big dude dropped first.
All right. Well then, I'm going to, as he's reaching for the gun, if we're out here and nobody's, as he reaches for the gun, I'm gonna grab him and have a drink.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's your
Pull
roll
him
for
up
that?
the back of his head. Let's see. Well, I have a roll for finding a victim. Let's see.
Okay.
Take by force. Let's see. It's strength plus brawl.
Okay. So I'm gonna make it moderate because he's used to dealing with your kind, but he is still human.
And
And
I
tonight's been a
believe,
weird night for him.
and I
Aw.
believe. Let's see where it's at. When I'm doing this, that I get where's it at? Oh, I have the brawl grappling, which I get a bonus pip on when grappling to try to.
Go for it. That seems fair.
Nice.
That it really only applies for a feed.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah. So as he reaches down, trying to grab that gun, you just right into the back of his neck, and you can. Are you trying to
Just
drink
one.
him?
No.
Just
Just-
okay.
I just want to, I knew I was hungry, and this guy's here, so, and he already knows about the masquerade, so I don't feel I give
Okay.
any fucks about what I do to him.
All right. So you can drink. You can restore 1 hunger per round that you drink from him.
I'm only drinking for the one round,
Okay. So restore 1 hunger.
and
Does that knock a human out if we drink for one round?
No, it'll leave him dazed for a little bit. If you do
Okay.
a few rounds, it'll knock him out.
Nice.
But yeah,
I
it's
only
he
do
like
the one
he's
round.
out of the conflict.
Hmm.
Oh, good, because after I do that for one round, I'm gonna take his gun or not his gun, but his buddy's gun.
Mhm. Okay. Kitty, Charlie, are you guys doing anything during this?
If Frank's coming running at me, no.
Right?
Okay. All right. Well, Z, you can grab the gun on the ground, no problem.
And get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and you can start running the same way as them. So the group of you can all regroup, as it were, in this little hallway.
Frank, I got you something.
Oh, man, we got the football, man.
I know.
Holding the box.
Check this out. And I'll hand him the gun handle first.
I'm holding the box with both hands. Oh man, it looks cool. What's it do?
That thing on the side shoots hardwood toothpicks,
Ooh.
like the one we pulled out of butthole there. It's a vampire killer gun, but you'd have to be real accurate with it. I don't know anything about guns, so I think you should keep it.
Okay, man.
I'll
Mostly
tuck
good with
I'll
with
tuck it
Betsy.
in the pocket of his trench coat or whatever it is
Okay.
Frank wears.
Raggedy pants. Anyway, we got the box. We got the chocolate chip. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, y'all can make your way back to the truck without much difficulty at all.
When we get back, we're all back in the truck. Can we open that box before we take it?
Will the ice cream melt, man?
I don't think it's ice cream. Can we just open it? Last time there was bullets. I kind of want to know what we're dealing with.
All right. I'll hand the box to Charlie or Kitty, whoever wants it.
Sure, I'll take a look at it.
Okay. Yeah. Charlie, you can take a look at it. It's pretty easy to open. It's just got a little snap on the front end. And as you open it, cold mist kind of condensation pours out. And the first thing you see is like 2 bags of chocolate chip ice cream sitting right on top.
Nice.
And as you lift one of the bags, there is a false bottom. That's obvious. It's like a quarter of the way down the box, so it's pretty obvious false bottom that you can lift up pretty easily. And underneath the false bottom is an indentation in foam that matches pretty accurately the gun that now Frank is holding. And then several little containers for what look like toothpicks, but with shell casings on one end.
I don't like the look of this.
You think Ball Man wants to know about this? We didn't see him at all, man.
No, but yeah, no doubt we didn't see him at all. We also told him where we were going, and then there was an ambush here waiting for us.
Inconvenient.
And we get that stuff out of there, man. We gotta deliver this chocolate chip. Brom needs his chocolate chip, man.
That's right. He did enlist us for chocolate chip. He didn't say anything about anything else. All right, let's clean it out. Of course, Brom's probably going to be mad. Well, he's not going to be mad, but whoever picks this up is going to be mad.
Oh boy. Someone is looking for these weapons, and I don't like it.
I'm going to text Valdesia and say, late to the party or early?
Yeah, it goes through, and then the little red symbol pops up, and then a couple seconds later, the typing symbol pops up, and he says, "Almost there. Where are you at?"
I don't know. Thumb the button on my phone that makes the screen go dark and put it back in my pocket.
Left on red.
Pretty much.
All right. Yeah, you guys can peel out, head back towards town. Are y'all headed towards Brahms? Are y'all headed home first? What
We
do you
gotta deliver the ice cream, man.
Yeah, Brom needs the ice cream.
Okay. Yeah, so we get the shot of you leaving the motel and pulling up in front of Brahms' Screamistry.
Actually, before we do that,
Mhm.
just one thing, the extra stuff that we found down in that can, leave it there. That way we can tell him that we gave him the can exactly as we received it. The gun was already out of the can. We don't have to say anything about that. Everything else that was in the can, the extra bullets and whatever, leave it in there. That way, you know. Just saying.
I can agree with that. Just seems like it's awfully odd. Every time we pick up ice cream, there's something else with it.
Hey, man, I'm just about the ice cream, man.
And
Yeah, that's,
somebody tries to hurt somebody.
And this is the second time it has been an vampire weapon. Do we have a collector? I don't know. Actually, I know I had made a note about buying some Apple AirTags. They probably haven't come in the mail yet, have they?
It's been a day. I'm going to
All
give
right,
them 2
no.
day shipping, so you got
All right,
one
no.
more day.
I'm going to wish I had an air tag to put in the bottom of this box, but I don't.
Should have paid for Prime.
Free 1-day shipping.
Yeah, Z doesn't seem like the type to trust Amazon to.
No.
I don't buy from Amazon. That's why I use AirPods. I buy directly from the Apple Store.
Yeah.
Or from Best Buy.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys can pull up in front of Brahms Screamistry. Hop out of your car. Is everybody going in? Is just some? What's up?
I think I'll wait out here and watch. You guys go on in. Something. It's just. I have a feeling.
Is that fucking Humvee still around?
Nope, no Humvee.
I take it Kitty's trucks have the blackout glass windows.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, then I will sit in Kitty's truck when they go in, so nobody can see me in there, and just keep an eye on things.
All right, sounds good.
Not only are they blackout, they're pearl over just like the rest of the truck from the outside. They're gorgeous.
How many people are coming in with Frank? He's delivering the ice cream.
Everybody but Z, as far
Okay.
as I know.
All right. Yeah, the three of you can walk in. As you open the door, of course, there's a screen. And Brahm hands out some ice cream. And then he looks at you guys and says, "Ah, you made it. And you brought a
Yeah, man.
case this time.
Yeah,
Have
we
ice
got the
cream?
chocolate chip, man.
Ah, so good to hear.
Yep. I'll set it on the stand or the glass,
Come
I guess.
Come around back. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Load it in there."
All right.
He just says you just open it up, put it in.
I take out a bag. Is there a place to load it, or do I just?
He has like an empty chocolate chip. It's just sitting there, the little
Okay.
metal container.
Alright.
It says, all right, excellent. Let me. Somebody want to take the counter while I go grab your cash? You mind,
Am I getting paid for this, man?
Frank? You know
Yeah.
what a job is, right, Frank?
Yeah, man.
You get paid for jobs, right, Frank?
Sometimes, man.
You did a job, I paid you.
All right.
All right. Just if anybody comes in and yells real loud, give them some ice cream, whatever flavor
Okay.
they want.
All right. Yeah, man. They're gonna want
No.
that chocolate chip, man.
Of course, that's why I had you get it. So,
Kitty's just standing there in the corner staring. Kitty does not do manual labor.
naturally, he grabs the case and with the rest of the chocolate chip and everything else, and walks into the back. And while he's gone, he's probably gone like 5 minutes. Somebody probably comes in, Frank, and like just screams. They don't say anything.
Give me a scream, man.
Yeah, some little kid walks in and doesn't say anything, just ah,
Yeah, nice, man. What flavor you want?
and chocolate chip.
Yeah, man. I'll make him a chocolate chip.
All right. Not long after, Brahm comes back out. He's like, "All right, 400.
Sure, man.
All right." Hands it over to you, and just 4 single $100 bills.
Thanks. Hey, let me know when you get another job, man.
Always do.
Have a good night. I'll head up.
That's it?
Yeah, man.
You guys got me my chocolate chip. I paid you. One more.
Did you did you happen to request that meeting we talked about, or perhaps try to get us any information? Because we really would like to know who it is that's trying to collect these items that are at the bottom of your ice cream, like the prize at the bottom of a cereal box. There's. We have questions.
I don't have any answers for you.
No, but you have the contact with the people who do. So if there's any way you can get us in contact with them or put us in the same place at the same time, that would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Man, are you talking about the ice cream wizards, man? We gotta deliver a lot more ice cream, man. Before we talk with them.
The ice cream wizards.
Yeah, man. I'm looking directly at Kitty as I'm saying this. The High Council of the Ice Cream Wizards, man. They're like the Illuminati, but for ice cream. They control the world's flavors, man.
I think I'm having my first ever
Brom
headache.
nods. He says, Brom's like, yeah, that's why Coldstone doesn't work here, because they go off book. They don't use the approved flavors.
Off
Yeah, man.
book.
They're not long for this world, man.
Yeah. He gets it.
Oh, let's go back to my request, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We need some information.
I have. Is it about ice cream? I know a lot about ice cream. I know a little bit about everything else.
It's about the people who are sending you to send us to get this ice cream.
No, I have no information about that.
But we need to figure out how to get that information, sir, before somebody gets seriously hurt. Whether it be
I wish you well
or
with
us.
that search, but I don't believe that I am the path you want to take on that search.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. We need to go. We need to go. Get everybody back in the truck.
All right. You don't want any ice cream before you go?
No, man, I'm good. Thanks.
Fuck your damn ice cream!
I didn't hear a word of that, Ducky.
I said, fuck your damn ice cream.
Oh. Frank, could you not bring her on future missions?
Yeah, man, I'll do my best, but
I like my ice cream, but
yeah.
oh, I'm hurt. Hurt.
The front door is glass, yeah?
Yes, the front door is glass.
The front door was glass after Kitty walks out.
Oh.
Frank just hands it back the $400. Yeah, man, I'm sorry about her, man.
He just takes it too.
Next one's on me, man. Don't worry about it.
Just lets out a sigh and just like starts grabbing plastic wrap, plastic sheeting.
Once everyone is back in the car, it's time for another trip to the sheriff, who has wiretapping abilities. Perhaps we can track those phone calls he's getting and figure out who these people are.
Wait. Did you see the phone he used? It belongs in a museum. I think he uses that phone for a reason.
What phone,
Probably
man?
because it can't be wiretapped. That ancient phone he has in the back.
What are you talking about, man?
I'm sure the sheriff can put a bug somewhere in the area that can pick up what he is saying. They gotta be able to do something.
Did we see a phone?
We didn't see a phone.
No, you didn't. The intro scene had it, but you guys didn't see it.
Have we ever heard it ring?
Probably.
I mean, he's talking to them somehow, and he said they call him. So that's what Kitty's working off of.
I think Brom is a dead end. I think he's just a broker that's a go-between between people, and we're gonna have to take it on ourselves. Let me
I'm
pull some
trying to find
strings.
the people.
I don't think the sheriff. First off, I think the sheriff's an idiot. Second, I don't think he's gonna be that cooperative. Let me see what I can do about getting a wiretap I have 3 points of criminal contacts. Maybe I know somebody somewhere who can, you
Tap
know,
that damn phone.
tap a phone.
I'm scared of
will-
authority, man. I don't want to meet the sheriff. I don't want to be around the sheriff. No, man.
He's a
Mm.
pussycat. Don't fool yourself.
Mm.
Sheriff's been in my back pocket as long as I've been in this town.
Mm.
All right. How does Z reach out? Does he call? Does he message? What does that look like?
You see, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was that gave me the 3 points of criminal contact. 'Cause I had read it somewhere. Oh, part of being the alley cat is that there's the 3 points of criminal contact.
Hmm.
I imagine that they're mostly petty thugs, but at least one of them might be distantly related to organized crime. And I imagine that this is a long shot to see if they can find somebody that can tap the place. So I imagine it would be a very difficult thing, but just put the word out on the street that I'm looking for somebody that's good with cell phones,
Alrighty.
cracking them, tracking them, spoofing them.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, you can put the word out, and we can see who answers in the future.
Mhm.
It probably won't be immediate.
Seeing it as is like 2 in the morning.
Yeah. And I think as you're reaching out, you're driving home, and we get the shot of you guys pulling into your driveway and getting out. And as you walk up to your front door, Z, you're probably the one that notices first or most immediately because it affects you the most. But there is a large cross painted on your front door.
I will physically recoil from that.
Mm.
I have a folkloric block. Actually, it has to be presented by a true believer, but it on the door still makes me kind of step back and hiss.
Yep.
Somebody remove that, please.
And I think that's where we will end for tonight. You can pick
Oh
up
boy.
next session.
When he says remove that, I'll just start like snapping for minions.
Oh, it's probably of no harm to most people. But no, I took the folkloric block, holy symbols. Holy symbol presented by a member of the true faith will cause me to shrink away from it or spend a willpower to push through it.
Mm.
I also have a folkloric bane. Holy water actually burns me.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I have a block too, but
Yep.
mine is not the same.
Counting things.
I'm also
I know. Don't worry.
unbondable. I can't blood bond people to me, and I can't be blood bound to somebody else.
Yep. Oh, cool.
I have a long bond. I ain't never gonna be non-bonded.
So I'll never be able to take a vampire thrall through bonding.
Very nice.
All right. Good job, guys. You lived.
That went
We unlived.
okay. Lots of people died, but it went okay.
Like 2 or 3.
I nearly destroyed a bouncer who didn't deserve it.
Nearly ripped out his heart. Charlie found out her book is written by a very famous woman who may or may not have been a vampire.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's exciting.
I have a suspicion that it wasn't so much written by the vampire as it is the vampire.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
vitae on the page tells her life story. Yeah.
You mean we drank Alexander Hamilton's wife? Ugh. Ugh.
Don't include me in we.
Mm.
I ain't touched it either.
It's bound to happen. There's a lot of goo in the house.
I know. I know. It's so gross. It's so gross. And I don't think it's safe to have one of the human minions come clean it. That's why I haven't tried it.
No, absolutely. I don't know what vampire vitae would do. I do know what vampire vitae would do to humans.
Yeah.
It would start to enthrall them. And all we need is humans enthralled to that book.
Right? To a book of all things. What happens then? So I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. It crossed my mind. I was like, they could do it for us. We won't get. Nope, bad idea. No, immediately vetoed in my own brain before it even came out my mouth.
Frank's gonna be like, head empty, deliver ice cream. Y'all do whatever.
Deliver ice cream, fix guns.
Talk to toilet.
And Kitty's just gonna keep breaking things behind her.
And as we end, it's 3:00 in the morning, and Zeke is finally making his first cup of coffee.
Oh boy.
I'm also thinking about how I can possibly set up those 2 sun lamps as a Nosferatu booby trap.
Mhm.
Ooh, sure. Shall we do the XP thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
let us. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes, we did. We learned that Alexander Hamilton's wife was a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think that is both new and important.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that there's another group that's acting in regards to the mission that may or may not be related to our Nosferatu friend.
Yep. Cool.
I got it.
So that's one. Did we learn something new and important about a player character?
I'm trying to think. I don't think we did really learn anything new.
You learned that I've had the goo for over 2 decades, and I got it in a sandy sand place.
There's
The
that.
scary sand place. That's literally what I put down in my notes. Was scary sand place.
Yeah, I would say that learning at least something about the origin of the goo in your house is important.
How it
Did we
relates to
actually
Frank.
see Charlie do the blood magic? When you did the blood magic, did you do that in private, or did we see you do it? Because that would certainly be something new we learned about you, because nobody has seen you do that before.
I don't remember if we were all in the bathroom or not. I don't know.
I think you touched it in your room.
In my room, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so then no, we don't know that.
Nope. Saving that XP for future. Did you overcome a notable monster or enemy?
We overcame a guy that had a vampire killing weapon.
He didn't have a name. I wouldn't quite call him notable if he didn't have a name.
He was really big.
No, he wasn't a notable enemy, but
Yeah.
he was a threat.
Yep. Did you loot a memorable treasure?
Yes.
That
got
we
a-
did. We got that gun.
Wood shooting gun.
And 2 UV construction lamps.
Yep.
Mm.
So that's
We now have
3
2
plus the
vampire
1.
guns.
Nice.
4 XP this session.
Very nice.
For nice.
That
For
brings-
nice.
Very nice.
To a total of 11. And I have not spent any yet. I need
Neither
to
have I.
look into that.
Yeah, do you guys want me to go over real quick what you can spend XP on?
Oh no, I'm gonna look through the book. We managed to get hold of a hardback copy of Vampire the Masquerade
nice.
over the weekend.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, the local game store that opened up where the old game store used to be happened to have one copy on hand.
Nice.
That's something I'll probably pick up eventually just to have on hand. I like the hard books.
I collect game books. I've got a whole shelf full of game books up here, and you know, I think that's Kat's first game book because I bought it for her because she wanted it.
Yep.
Zombie collects them too. I only have a couple. I have like a 5th edition PHB, and then what was the one that we ended up with 2 of for D&D that I took 1 of?
Xanathars, I think.
Yes. So I have those 2. And that's it. The rest are all on his shelf. They're his. But
It's precious.
VTM I think I would pick up for me. And if they ever make a hard copy of the one that they based on my podcast, I would go get that one too.
All
Thank
right.
you for running zombie.
Yeah, thank you guys for playing.
Yes, good
Fun as
stuff.
always.
Yes, that was a good one.
We will see you next week, Twitch.
Yes,
See you next week.
YouTube. Hopefully tomorrow.
Night, Twitch.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.